one blueprint, hundreds of content ideas, and you can generate content automatically. This is how you stop creating content and start farming it. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact system I use to create hundreds of content pieces automatically. So first of all, let me just show you what it does. So here you'll see that we have different blueprints within library. And here, if I select, for instance, LinkedIn post, I'll click on use. And here I'll select the output format, which is going to be landscape for LinkedIn. Here I'm going to select a brand voice that's going to be Cedric. And here I can basically select a number of different IDs. And within each of those IDs, I can basically control the narrative. So I can select the hook, or I can select different talking points. So here I'm going to combine all those talking points within this ID, and I'm going to select this hook. I'm going to do the same for each of those IDs. So what if that usually works quite well. Talking points, I'm going to make sure they're all combined. And here I'm going to click on continue. As a next step, I'll be requested to select different brands if brands are part of the blueprints, and I will show you how to add these different elements. So I'll select Blue Cedric as a brand. I'll select the logo. And here you'll see that I have different characters. So I have Sarah, I have Mike, I have David. And here I'm going to select basically Mike, David, and Sarah. And here I'm going to select this face here. I'm going to select Mike and David playing golf. I'm going to be creating one piece of output for each of those AI influencers. And this is going to multiply by the number of IDs. So that's going to give me 12 content pieces or 18 content pieces. So 6 ID variant, 1 brand, 3 characters, 18 different outputs. And here I'll click on I've reviewed the configuration and I'm ready to generate, and click this button, and this is going to generate 18 content pieces. So let me just show you what that looks like inside an actual job. So here I've created 10 different social posts. They've all appeared one after the other. And here you see that I have my exact workflow for creating ultra precise camera movement with AI videos without expensive equipment, blah, blah, blah. So this is basically using Sarah. This one is using Mike. This one is using Sarah. This one is using Mike, and so on and so forth. So basically I've created 10 different pieces of content by controlling the output using the blueprint and adding different library elements in order to be injected and resolved so that it can be created for each of those AI influencers. Here I'm going to see the image prompt. So if you want the image prompt, you just need to click on proceed to next stage. This is going to give you a proper image prompt with the same variables being resolved too. And here I'm going to click on proceed to next stage. And when I'm happy with the result, I can just publish it. So I'll just show you one that has already been generated and ready to publish. It's good. There was this one. So I can click on push to GHL and then select the different social media profile and basically publish that automatically. So really handy. Now I'm going to show you how to create those blueprints. So you will click on blueprint, and then you will see a starter pack button. So you can start from stuff that has already been created for you, or you can just click on new blueprint and create it from scratch. That's what we are going to do. So I'm going to select LinkedIn post demo. So I'm going to select the content pipeline. So here I can create rich article, social media post, image only, one-shot videos, so with Veo 3.1, or Sora, video scripts for YouTube, and long-form storyboard videos. Next, I'll select reference image libraries. So this is if I want to have a referenced image inside the image generation. For instance, if I want myself inside the infographic, or if I want the AI influenced within the infographic, I just make sure I select character. And during the content production pipeline, I'll be requested to basically select the different characters. Next, I'll make sure I have the right prompt. So I go into Browse Templates. I'll click on Preview. Here I'll be requested to use hooks, talking points, and CTAs. Okay, I like this one. So I'm going to see different variables that are set like that. So these are basically coming from library elements. I'm going to make sure that I don't have any extra. So the topic is basically the ID. The hooks is the hook contained within the ID. The different talking points are those contained within the IDs too. CTA, you might not need that. And here we'll set the target audience and the brand voice. We don't need all of that either. So the more you select the variables, the more complicated it gets because you get like a lot of different variations. So I recommend to keep it simple at the beginning. And then you'll select the image prompt template. So again, you click on Browse and Preview. Here you'll see that it passes the ID only. We'll add the different talking points. So I'm going to type talking points. And here I'm going to go inside the variables. It's going to be talking points separated by comma. I can remove brand voice for the context. And here I'm going to select the model configuration. So that's going to be Sonnet 4.5. And I'm going to select Google Nano Banana Pro and create blueprint. Now, next time I want to generate content that follows this blueprint and uses those prompts, just need to go inside Generate, select the blueprint, click on Continue. Here I'm going to be requested to provide the IDs. I can select the different hooks and talking points and stuff. Within the IDs, I click on Continue. Here I'm going to select the target audience, the brand, and the characters if needed. And then here I can select different ones, or I can combine or separate. If I want 2 times mic to appear, I can just separate and that will give me a different output for each. And here I click on continue and you will see I'll have 8 different outputs coming from 4 IDs using 2 different characters. So this is really how you stop producing one piece of content at a time and start farming content, because you can also basically automate the process using the autopilot. That's going to be the subject for another video. So if you want access to contentfarming.io, all you need to do is go to the Skool community and sign up. You will be provided a link which will allow you to create an account and start using the system. So I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Bye-bye.